Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we gotta fight, and I'm gonna win the fight. It's simple as that. Cause I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
See, when you're in top shape, you give a straight 400, 500 straight punches, you don't even got a trip.
I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you say about me. You're not in the position that I'm in to even be on the same level of me.
To pick utterly hypothetical fights that are never going to take place except somewhere in your mind.
Of the money issue, that was their cash cow, and
Hey, but hell, you could have been their cash cow.
Listen, they don't think like that.
Floyd Mayweather's an all-time great. Terence Crawford, I think, will turn out to be an all-time great.
To pass the torch. Nobody passed the torch to Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford, at the peak of his power, has ended all speculation. He stated his intentions clearly on a live broadcast.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Who's beating me? You think I would tell you? He ain't fighting anymore.
I'm not worried about all that, my man. Floyd is undefeated. Nobody can beat me. You already know that, man.
Is Floyd better than you? You were there talking to. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis. You knew I was gonna pull up. Okay, that's a no. That's a no. Floyd's not better than you.
This is more than a challenge, it's a promise. With a record of defeated champions, Crawford has proven he is ready for a career-defining super fight. Not a celebrity exhibition like Mayweather's. In his mind, the debate is settled.
Wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me?
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? That's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, nah. They pay you a lot of money probably for taking the risk. And some older fighters want to test themselves and see if they still got it. And it's a business. Everybody know what we doing it for. Right. We like pit bulls. You see a pit bull, they got their ring, they got their judge, and they got the crowd around them. They send them out there to kill each other. That's the same way with.
This has become a question of ultimate respect, and Crawford is prepared to claim the crown by force.
When you look at my career, I paved my own way. I didn't piggyback off of any fighter. I fought my way up to the top. When you look at, any fighter, from Floyd Mayweather to any of them, when Floyd fought De La Hoya, that was a whole big thing. Floyd was the B-side, and, he beat De La Hoya, and then he started rising.
Terence Crawford's recent victory over Canelo Alvarez was more than just a win. Entering as the challenger, he emerged as a master, conquering another division. The fight displayed his boxing artistry, a brutal, precise performance that stunned the world.
We're working. On a holiday where I blow a lot. Getting in. Let's get it. One of the greats, do what we gotta do.
Did you watch the Terence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight?
Yeah, I did.
Ooh, talk about slick. Oh my goodness. Who's ever done that? Who's ever jumped up 2 weight classes like that? It's crazy.
Scary.
He's so clever, and it got to the point where he got so comfortable, he's like patting him, and then like, what? And you're like, wow. Like, this is amazing.
Like, that's history, obviously. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to fight at that weight for the first time ever.
Against one of the greatest
Undisputed greatest of all time. And do what you did. You're beyond an outlier. You're in
the most explosive moment didn't come from a punch, but from Canelo himself at the post-fight press conference. In a single sentence, He did the unthinkable, he questioned the untouchable.
Floyd at his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
At one particular time, I did talk about, I did say Terence Crawford.
Okay.
Now, but what are we rating these fighters on? What are we rating these fighters on?
Floyd Mayweather's eyeball test.
That works for
You're
me.
eyeballing these guys. You watch Terence Crawford. You know why he has a problem getting the other welterweights in the ring with him.
The debate erupted instantly. Fans, analysts, and fighters flooded social media with opinions, questioning whether Crawford's aggressive, switch-hitting brilliance truly surpassed Mayweather's defensive mastery.
Never disabused himself of the understanding that he was a more of a backup counterpuncher than a go-forward counterpuncher, regardless of what he did to Diego Corrales. And that's a different kind of approach and effect than what Crawford achieved the other.
This public declaration inevitably reached the ears of the man synonymous with perfection. Yet his initial response was surprisingly calm.
Just put on the show. One thing about me, I've heard it all. When I say heard it all, I mean been around the world, competed against the best. When you talk about the Olympics, I competed against the best. Whether it was the world champion in the Olympics, whether it was the Cubans, I competed against the best. No matter Mexico, the pedigree of the Mexico boxing is truly unbelievable, but I competed against the best. My Uncle Roger Mayweather, you talk about Julio Cesar Chavez, he's an unbelievable fighter. My Uncle Roger fought him twice. He came up short, but he fought him twice. And it's always about competing and going up against the best. So Saturday, it is what it is. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I've already faced the best.
When asked about the Crawford-Canelo fight, Floyd Mayweather offered only a dismissive compliment. It's good for boxing. It was exciting. The best man won. He brushed off questions about whether a 35-year-old Canelo was past his prime with a casual, "Oh, I don't know." You know, boxing takes a toll on the body. Classic Mayweather controlling the narrative by staying seemingly above it all.
Bud is extremely skilled, right? Yet not as skilled as Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather made people look foolish, right? And so if I had to say who's the greatest I've seen, and Bud said it right, the best of an era and the best of an era, it's Floyd. But when I watched Bud against Canelo, there was this extreme skill on display, and there was a level of crazy that's different. There was a level of, and Floyd's extremely tough. Go back to Shane Mosley and the 2 punches he landed early in the fight and the way that he embarrassed him. I'm not saying that Floyd's not tough, Floyd's not a bad man, but there was domination inside that ring we saw this weekend.
He added that Terence Crawford has proven his own greatness by convincingly beating top fighters like Errol Spence and Canelo, highlighting both his courage and elite-level skills.
No fear in him in the way that he's attacked, gaining notoriety. Bud's been the baddest man for 12 years, but no one gave him credit because he didn't go tell you he was the baddest man. He didn't market that. He just went out and fought and beat people and knocked people out. So he had to move up and take the bigger fights and the better fights. And he was Errol Spence. We realized just how great he was. Canelo cemented him on what is the two-headed monster that marks the greatest of the 2000s. Floyd Mayweather is on that, and Bud Crawford is right next to him. I don't think we have to pick on who's better. I think they both dominated.
Even since retiring in 2017, he remains a ghostly presence in the boxing world.
Who do you think are the top 5 boxers?
Of all time. There's no disrespect to Floyd. I love Floyd.
No, I feel like...
But how am I gonna put down a person as
the greatest person in the world that I competed against, and felt that the world felt that if anything, it could have been a loss. I mean, he knew going toe to toe with me early was career suicide. He like, I'm not going toe to toe with this. Floyd's not on my list.
Okay, so had you not fought Floyd,
I'm pretty sure I'm not on his list either. I'm pretty sure, right? But I'm just saying, like, as I'm a kid from boxing, I came in the same era with Floyd, so he wouldn't be my idol. The people that I name are legends. These are people that I idolize, that paved the way for myself. Mike Tyson's career was phenomenal. Pernell Whitaker's career was phenomenal. Marvin Hagler's career was phenomenal. Sugar Ray Robinson's career is, come on, man. Like, Floyd is great. He's just not one of my top 5 favorites.
His name constantly makes headlines, whether for a high-profile exhibition against a legend like Mike Tyson, a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, or a public appearance that fuels endless speculation. He remains a ghost casting the longest shadow over boxing. Beneath this calm, controlled exterior, the constant comparisons to Crawford seemed to hit a nerve. Behind the scenes, a far more explosive situation was starting to take shape.
Former #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Floyd Mayweather.
I'm not no former #1 pound-for-pound fighter. I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing. How am I not pound-for-pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you retired?
But have I ever been beat? I already forgot who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Brian Kenny, a guy who's never laced up gloves a day in his life. We already know what I can generate, and we already know who's the face of boxing.
The calm broke when rumors of leaked sparring footage between Crawford and Mayweather began circulating online. Details were vague, but the message was clear. The two legends had once faced off behind closed doors, away from the public eye.
Floyd Mayweather beatdown or one-sided win was much more of a paint job than what Crawford put together. Terence knows the language of the street as well as any other fighter. It's a very hard fight to pick, and I think it would depend on at what moment in Mayweather's career and at what moment in Crawford's career are we talking about that taking place. Obviously, we just saw what would appear to be the showcase Terence Crawford performance. Would you call Corrales the showcase Floyd Mayweather performance? Would you call Pacquiao the showcase Floyd Mayweather performance? I mean, where would you place that marker? Because I believe Floyd became a little bit more of a banker and was a little bit more conservative.
Terence Crawford, a fighter who values privacy and meticulous preparation, reportedly erupted in frustration over the leak, turning a private training session into public spectacle.
You lose, the promoters don't want nothing to deal with you no more. It's all about money. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, when you look at the politics, they all say, oh, well, this promoter got these fighters, this promoter got these fighters. I don't want to share it with you. You don't want to share it with me. So I'm going to in-house all these fighters unless some drastic amount of money can come and then we can both be successful on this fight.
Right.
But I don't want to give you leverage and your fighter taking my fighter's title. That I don't have no title.
I don't have no leverage now. I don't have nothing.
So if I have 6 welterweight contenders like PBC had, and you got 2. Well, yeah, 2, because Manny Pacquiao left Top Rank and went to PBC. You got 2, Jeff Horn and Terence Crawford. I fight Jeff Horn, They freeze me out.
The situation escalated when reports surfaced that Mayweather, pressured by the public debate, had issued a bold private statement that soon went public. The rivalry was no longer just a fan discussion. It was turning personal.
I feel like we done seen Crawford on his, have his best performance that he has ever had, versus Canelo. So it's like, whenever you try to compare Floyd's performance versus Crawford's performance, me personally, I believe that Crawford did a lot more. But if they both were to fight each other, if you would have put Floyd in his prime versus Crawford in his prime, who would y'all pick? For me personally, it would be so hard because I feel like they fight very similar but very different.
It was outstanding.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
I already knew it was going to happen. But I thought he was going to stop him in the 8th or 10th round. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Once again, man, what is it about the guy? What is it about Terence? Every time somebody thinks that he's reached a plateau, he steps it up higher. As soon as the ante goes up, as soon as the challenge goes up, he goes up.
That train. What makes this story compelling is the internal conflict within Crawford. In interviews, he has consistently called Mayweather the GOAT and credited him for paving the way for fighters like himself.
Ali lost. Sugar Ray lost. Hagler lost. Hearns lost. These guys lost. When did the O become the end-all, be-all?
I think Mayweather, and how he made it big to the public. Like 47 and tried, 47 have failed, and then it got all the way to 50, and it's like,
break Marciano's record.
Now retired, unblemished. Andre Ward, unblemished. Joe
Calzaghe,
unblemished. And it's like when people look at him, they be like, man, that dude never lost before. People can't say that.
Yet he has also expressed deep frustration with the public and media, who constantly pressure him to disrespect Mayweather's legacy to elevate his own.
You look at it like Ali, Roy Jones Jr., all the greats back in the day, they lost.
Yes.
But that's something that Joe Calzaghe, Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather, they can say, I never lost.
Right.
So now when the kids looking up to him, they say, man, I want to be like, damn, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose, because now society has shaped things to where if a fighter lose, they talk so bad about, oh, he's a bum. I knew he was overrated. Oh, y'all hyped him up, and now they got to hear it. But back in the day, they didn't have social media. You know what I mean? So all that wasn't in their face, but now it's in their face. They see it, they hear it, and it's like, who want to go through that? Right. So fighters are like, man, they picking and choosing. And I don't want to fight him because,
there's a chance.
Unless
the money's sold.
Right.
This warning was more than a challenge. It was the boiling point of a man tired of being cornered. The final straw came when Crawford addressed the situation live on air.
Everybody want to see you lose because they want you to feel like you more human than them. They don't want you to be, superior to other fighters, especially fighters that they like.
Right.
So they just like, man, I don't like that guy.
Right.
I see so many people on social media say they don't like me.
What?
But don't have a reason.
Right.
We criticize athletes,
but we can't do
for
it.
Stuff that we can't even do. People don't understand the things that we do and the things that we take our body through to entertain y'all.
Right.
But y'all disrespect us like we not human. So then when we lash out on one of y'all think, oh, everybody like, oh, you supposed to be professional, but we human at the end of the day.
He didn't just dismiss the rumors. He sent a clear message with icy confidence. This was no longer idle talk. It was a challenge from a fighter who believes he is the best, driven by unwavering self-belief and a relentless pursuit of his own legacy.
The 5-division champion, but never became undisputed. Never really followed that unification, stuff like that. So I think when it comes to accomplishments, I think he's already done more. In a fight? I probably still pick Mayweather. Both in the prime, I would probably pick Mayweather to win. Just like I would probably pick Pacquiao to win, both in the prime.
Ooh, to beat Crawford.
Yeah, I think so.
Prime for
I don't
prime?
know,
Nice.
yeah. But is Crawford one of the greatest of all time? It's 100%. There's definitely.
Terence Crawford has never been one to walk in another man's shadow. While he respects Mayweather's achievements, he has made his own position unmistakably clear. Floyd was the greatest of his era, and he is the greatest of his. Crawford stated, "There's no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me. This isn't arrogance, it's the result of a self-made journey. No one handed me a golden ticket." As one analyst put it, nobody passed the torch to Terence Crawford. He took it. His career is a testament to his overachiever mentality, a drive forged in the tough streets of Omaha, Nebraska.
Aesthetically speaking, just looking at, two fighters, you got Floyd and you got Crawford in their prime. Who you picking? Can we all give an opinion on that? Yeah, you want to? Yeah, I got an opinion on that too. Coach, what you think? I'm listening to you, Rep. Floyd versus a prime Mayweather. We can go Pretty Boy. We can go Money May versus Terence Crawford in his prime. Who we got?
I think Money May would have shut Crawford down. He would have bored him to sleep like he do these fighters.
Yeah.
He would have jabbed him, hooked him, just sticking in the body. You know what I'm saying? And then when the fighters swing back, Floyd nowhere to be found. So mentally, they're draining.
Yeah.
And about the 6th or 7th round, that's when he started picking up, putting the comment.
He openly admits that he was never the most naturally gifted fighter. Seeing others with greater innate talent, he made a conscious choice. No one would outwork him. This philosophy, that relentless dedication can surpass raw talent, is the driving force behind his success.
It's a difference because, Floyd is different. I feel like he's the best fighter. I don't know about all time. He might be the best fighter all time. If not, he's close 2-3, and not by far. So it's just it's a little bit different things that Floyd does, and Floyd was a lot older when I fought him, and it's just certain things that he does that that's really tricky. Like the guy we get in the clinch, he was like squeezing my nose, and so I couldn't breathe and stuff like that. So it's just certain things that he do in there. It's just veteran stuff, just veteran all time type stuff he was doing. And basically, by far, I feel like he's the best man seen.
Problem with Bud's career, right? It bloomed kind of late. I find Bud to be as defensively sound as I've ever seen a fighter. He can find you. There's nowhere to hide with him.
Like Floyd, he has such control over the terms in there. It's just...
His resilience is legendary, exemplified by the unbelievable story of him being shot in the back of the head during an argument, yet he drove himself to the hospital and survived. That same unyielding spirit defines his presence in the ring. He transforms every ounce of criticism and every doubter's voice into fuel. His fighting style is a fearsome blend of art and aggression, a master of switch hitting, seamlessly shifting between orthodox and southpaw to dismantle opponents. His reflexes are razor sharp, his counterpunching devastating, and his jab, described by Mike Tyson during the Spence fight, is like a battering ram.
I mean, they're not that separated in age, right?
I think Terence is 38. I think Floyd, I am not sure, he's either 10 years older or 12 years older. I don't know if he's 48 or 50.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get the best Floyd, so I don't think it makes sense. Exhibition
would be crazy, actually.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Exhibition would be crazy, actually.
Yeah, I think that'll...
Crawford's relentless drive often clashes with a boxing world still haunted by Mayweather's perfection. Floyd's flawless 50-0 record, creating an obsession with the zero. And in the age of social media, a single loss can destroy reputations overnight. This has led many fighters to protect their records rather than test their true greatness. Crawford, who actively seeks the toughest challenges, faces a paradox early in his career. Critics dismissed his 140 and 147 pounds victories as fighting nobodies. Yet when he dominated marquee opponents, new narratives emerged. After dismantling Errol Spence Jr., critics claimed Spence was weight drained. After beating Canelo, whispers suggested he was washed up. The most vicious attacks baseless accusations of performance enhancers led Crawford to defend his integrity fiercely, demanding year-round random drug testing for himself and opponents. This constant need to validate his greatness has forged unbreakable mental toughness. But this dynamic the new king constantly measured against the old might be the factor that tempts Mayweather out of retirement. Rumors of a Mayweather comeback have simmered for years, but Crawford's rise has intensified them. Could Floyd, who has meticulously protected his 50-0 record, risk it against a prime pound-for-pound killer like Crawford? The answer may lie in Mayweather's legendary ego. He has never tolerated being considered second best. Fans and elite fighters, including Canelo, claiming Crawford is superior directly challenge his legacy other matchups, Pacquiao rematches. Vulnerable champions or crossover events don't answer the ultimate question. Crawford is the ultimate risk, the one fighter who could either cement Mayweather's untouchable GOAT status or hand him the first shocking defeat. This gamble could define the single greatest fighter of the 21st century. Will boxing witness this unimaginable clash, where an undefeated legend risks everything? Or will it remain the sport's most tantalizing what if? The tension is undeniable. Crawford's knockout warning, whispers of a leaked sparring session, and the looming possibility of Mayweather returning for one last epic showdown. The stakes are monumental, not just for their legacies, but for boxing itself. In a sport defined by unpredictability, the line between dream fight and reality can blur, leaving fans holding their breath at the prospect of a true collision of eras.